Hello coders, I'm back again with another Python video, and in this video I'll be discussing on some inbuilt methods of list in Python. So before proceeding with working with lists, I would like to discuss on a particular topic that the particular background you are viewing, it looks as if you are playing the game Limbo. There is a particular game Limbo. If you search over the internet, you can get hold of it. It's a very beautiful game, and in that Limbo game it looks something like this. And apart from, so the main point is that my screen is looking black and white. So if due to some issues or some virus or some malfunctioning your screen has turned black and white, or intentionally we want to view your display in black and white mode so that it doesn't strain your eyes, what you can do is that you can use this particular methodology. That is, you need to search for high contrast, yeah. Then from this high contrast textual menu, from this menu you have to select this particular option, color filters, and from there you just need to switch it on or switch it off. So switching on will make it black and white, and switching off would make the display colorful again. So that was not part of the topic, but I thought of discussing over that particular one, and that particular windmill made me remember of the game Limbo. You can search it over the internet. It's a cool game, and it's beautiful graphics. But all of it is it's like a dreamlike state, but all of it is being played in black and white display. Anyway, so as we are working on, so our topic will be we'll be discussing on some methods methods of list. So we'll be quickly opening up chrome.exe, and from here we will be searching for this particular that list inbuilt methods. Okay, in list inbuilt methods Python docs. So let's check out what the Python doc says. So whenever you are trying to learn about something new, about a particular thing, always take a look or dig into the Python docs. There you will be having some knowledge. So here where it's giving so many methods, inbuilt methods, which you can associate with list. We have the append, we have the extend, we have the insert, we have the remove, we have the pop, clear, and such and such. So we'll be quickly discussing on a few of these. Apart from this list, they have also mentioned an interesting thing which I was looking into it, that they also have a DQ. So whenever you are list.pop, so whenever you are popping an item, the last one in is the first one out. But in this DQ kind of structure, in this particular DQ, we'll be having the first one in. So it's like a there is a stack and there is a queue. So in queue, the last one, the item which are being inserted at the last of the queue, that is the item which is being popped out. But in stack, that's queue. But in stack, the first one which was being inserted, that is first in, first out, and in queue, last in, first out. So list working something like last in, first out, and there is something like DQ as well. So what I'll be doing is that to check this out, we will be going to the Jupyter notebook, and here we will be quickly writing CMD to open the command prompt. And what we will be doing is that we will be saying Jupyter and then notebook to quickly open our notebook in the browser interface. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. It takes some time to start the server and open the web page in your preferred browser. So here it's opening up. So what we will be doing is that suppose so we can make a new folder as well. There was a folder named as collection. So maybe we will be creating a new folder, and we will be naming this as list. Fine. Let me open it up. Inside that we will be clicking on Python. So this particular Python file will be saved within this particular folder which is list. Let me change the name to list methods and click on rename. So our first topic would be list. Okay, so it's it's list and stack and queue. So queue, so okay, let me give it a heading. So h1 style. So we'll be having a style of color, maybe color will be yellow this time. Yellow would be magenta, maybe green. Fine, let me give it green, and we'll be having an emphasized tick as well, em, and we'll be saying that list as q ue. Fine. So let me close em for the proper syntax, and also close h1. Fine. So from code we will be selecting the markdown, and then you will be clicking shift enter. Fine. Now let me quickly create a list. So my list, it will be having, so here it is already been mentioned that list is being made by third bracket. So here it is, they have given the example as well. So what we will be doing is that we will be creating a list quickly. So let me take their example and work it out with their example. So they are having orange 2 times apple, no, so I will be taking up to orange, apple, pear, banana, and maybe kiwi, up to this one. So go to list methods and let me quickly create it, Control V, and then close the braces. Fine. So what they are saying is that if we now say that my underscore list dot pop, so the last items would be popped. Now if I print my list, the answer will be something like orange, apple, pear, banana, kiwi will be popped. Let me press shift enter. Yeah, that's the output which we were expecting. Let me also try it out if we can hold the last item which has been popped out. So I will be simply saying lm for the element, and I will be writing here print, and we will be using a formatted string. So if the item popped from the list is, and inside the bracket we will be writing lm. Let me close the semicolon, close the braces, and let's press shift enter. Let's see if it works. There already. Okay, the item popped from the list is q. So far so good. Now this one is list as q. In the second part we will be using the dq. So what we will be doing is that, let me double click in here and let me make a copy of this particular line so that we don't need to write it one more time. So let me press here shift enter, and here press Ctrl V. So here we will be using list as dq, and from here code will be selecting markdown, and maybe the color will be yellow to make it more formatted, and we'll be pressing shift enter. Fine. So as they have already been given the structure, so that's the structure of here. So you need to write this one from list collection import dq. That's it. So let's try it out. Fine. Now the rest of the code will be the same as it was. So Control C, and here it will be Control V. Now if I pop the item, so let's check it out whether they have popped the item. Okay, so it's pop left. So for dq it is not pop, it is pop left. Fine. So we'll be saying that my list, and then we will be saying pop left. Pop, sorry, that's a method. My list, so method means dot pop left. So since this is a method, bracket open, bracket close. Fine. Now let's print the list. Print my list, as simple as that. Fine. Now let me press shift enter. So there is an error. Okay, poply, there is a spelling mistake. Pop left dot pop left. No, it's not taking my list dot pop left. List object has no attribute pop left. Okay, so dq my list. Okay, so let me check the structure. So okay, so I need to write my list equal to dq. This word was missing, I guess. Let me try it out. Shift enter. Shift enter. No, it's still throwing unbound method dq pop left needs an argument. Okay, so let me check it out. Let me, okay, so dq, so dq is okay, so we need to wrap this inside some braces in this way. That's the way we create the dq method. Let me press shift enter. Yeah, so dq, no, it's showing the list, but it is appending dq word in front of it. So let me check it out one more time. Q so equal to dq append peri block left. Okay, so there, whenever we are printing, they are also suggesting that it will be showing dq the word. So you need to Google that whether this dq word can be, I mean this dq word can be removed or not. So this is the way in which dq is being used. I had heard of this before: data structure, list, set, tuple and dictionary. So when I visited this docs section, I found this as well. So the way to create, I mean create a list, the first one was a list as a queue, and this is list as a stack. So the first one is in was orange, and whenever we are popping an item, the first one which was being inserted, it is being removed from the list. So apart from these two, there are other list methods. So we'll be pressing Ctrl V. No, it won't be Ctrl V. So let me copy this one, this particular code, and we'll be using other methods. So what methods we'll be using? So list method we discussed on pop. So what are the other methods we are talking about? So they are talking about count, then index, reverse, sort. Sort is to sort the item, then pop, count, sort, index. Fine. Clear means to clear all the methods. Extend. So I would like to discuss on this method extend, and say I'll be saying list method extend, and I'll be working on it in a different approach, not the way they are suggesting. So what I will be doing is that I will be pressing shift enter. Find list method extend. So let me first of all create a list. So lst1. So I am having a list with strings in it. So apple, I will be having 3 items: apple, banana, and maybe grapes. That's the 3 item I am having, and I am having list 2 dot equal to, and it will be in integer. So 33, 44 and maybe 55. Now the problem comes something like this: ls1 dot extend. If I say ls2, so what the problem, I mean what the scenario will be is that after ls1 has apple, banana and grapes, 33, 44 and 55 will be appended at the end of the list. So if I print ls1, so what we will be having is that this is the output. Now suppose I want something like, I want apple, then it will be 33, 44, 55 and then banana. Then what should I be doing? So let me copy these lines of code and paste it in here. So what I will be doing is that I need a list, so I will be making a third list. This is list 1 and list 2. So let me close this, I mean clear out these 2 lines. So we will be making a third list, ls3. We will be making a slicing of ls1, lst, okay, ls list 1, and we will be starting from the beginning, and then we will be ending in the first index, right? Up to 1. Okay, so let me check out that what ls3 is giving. So we are having the start position. This is the start position. So there will be this one. So this is the start position, this is the end position, and this is the step value. Let me first of all check print and lst3. I should be having banana and grapes. If that should be the scenario. So I am having only apple. So up to okay, fine. So banana and grapes up to 1 means apple. Fine, the work is working perfectly. After that, what we will be doing is that we will be saying ls2, lst3 dot extend, and we will be giving ls2. Fine. So after that, what we will be doing is that we will be saying lst3 dot extend, and we are having lst1, and then the start position, it won't be from the first position because 1 is already being taken. So 1 till end, so nothing will be there and the step value will be nothing. Let me close the braces and now press shift enter. So nothing happened. So nothing happened because I didn't print it. I need to print the list, right? I did some operation but I didn't bother to print the particular list. So this line is required no more. Let me press Ctrl/ from my keyboard. Yeah, it works in Jupyter Notebook as well. To comment a particular line, what you can do is that you can press Ctrl followed by the / to comment the line. Now if you press shift enter, so we are having apple 3344 banana and grapes. So we have discussed on first one is this extend. So what extend does is that it appends all of the list item from list 1 add the list 2 items at the end of it. But if you want to add a particular list in between a list, you need to create a third list and then you need to use this slicing operation to insert some elements to the list. Apart from that, what are the other methods? So we have the extend. Let me also check whether list supports iteration or not. So what I will be doing is that I will be again needing a list, a bigger list, maybe a big item. Let me see whether I am being able to iterate over the list items or not. Control C. So I will be pressing here Control V. That is the list which I have, and I want to say that for LM in my list. That's a for loop, and what I will be doing is that I will be printing as print, and I will be simply saying that LM. So I am using the print operation to print the list items. Now let me press shift enter and let's see what's the output. So we are having orange, apple, pear, banana and kiwi, but there is another issue is that I don't want them each and every items are in a new line. So I can simply say that end equal to blank. This will what this particular line will be doing is that it will be printing in a new line. But there will be another issue is that there will be no commas or something like this. So I need a separator as well. So after maybe LM and then it will be appended with. So how the append works in lists. Okay, so print. So I need to manually LM is the element. Okay, so maybe comma, append is given by dot. So let me search in the internet. So I will be saying that I will be simply append comma in print Python. Let me check it out. I am not being able to remember it. So let me check the Stack Overflow. So what they are saying is that how to append a particular line. So I am having end. No, that's not the thing which I am. Append comma in Python list append. Okay, so I need to check it out. So what this will be doing, what I was trying to do is that I was trying to print LM, and let me try it out manually. So they are having append, so there are no spaces. To add the spaces, maybe I will be saying that concatenation. So concatenation is dot and then comma, maybe I am not sure. So let me so it is throwing a red warning, means it doesn't work in this way. So let me press comma and let me press shift enter. Yeah, it worked perfectly fine. So that's how you can use the for loop to print list items. So let me check out what the other methods are. We have the remove. So removes the first item of the list whose value is equal to X. So if I say that we have this item, so if I particularly now say that my list dot remove, so it removes a particular item if it finds it. So we'll be saying that apple, and so apple is a string, so it should be enclosed within within quotation. Now what we'll be doing is that we'll be again making this iteration and we'll be printing the list. So if I now press shift enter, so there was no, so for the line break we'll be simply doing is that I will be simply having a blank print to make a new line of it. Now we are having orange, pear, banana and kiwi. Apple has gone. Fine. But what if it doesn't find the apple? Maybe there is something like if I write here cat, will it be throwing some error? Let's check it out. Yeah, it's throwing some error. So let me also wrap this inside try block. So try, it will be try to remove this item, and if it doesn't find then there will be an except clause, and then exception as E, and we'll be having print item not found. Fine. So also we'll be printing their message, so print E, that's it. So now if I run this particular code, shift enter, my remove cat except as E value, try except exception value, list or remove X is not in the list, lm print try cat, that's a list dot remove, item not found, print E, exception as E. Okay, fine. So I made a mistake, this won't be E in this way, this will be in this way. So let me press shift enter. So okay, item not found, list dot remove X, X not in the list. This is the message which is the custom method, I mean the system message, item not found. So since item is not found, it is printing the original list. So what we can do is that we can make this more dynamic. So I will be saying that maybe el equal to input, and I will be asking please enter the list item to remove. Fine. So try remove, this won't be cat, this will be el. Now if it finds the element which the user is giving, that will be fine, but if it is not being found, then it will be saying item not found, and we can press Ctrl/ to comment out the system inbuilt system error message for lm in my list, print lm end one. Fine. So let me run the program, shift enter. So it's asking please enter the list item to remove. So in the first instance of the program we are going to run, we will be giving a value which is present in the list, and again we will be making we'll run this program, and in the second instance of the program we will be giving a value which is not present in the list. So we'll be simply saying pr. Now let me press enter. So orange, apple, banana, kiwi. So far so good. Now again let me run the program, shift enter. Again it's asking for a value, and this time we will be giving maybe a value, maybe Brian Lara, maybe Brian, and it says that item not found, whatever was present in the first instance, it is printing all those items. So this is a small list program which is pretty which is not something like out of the inbox. So these are the out of the inbox, these are the suggestions which it is giving. So do take a look into it, and before ending the video I'll be taking a look into this short and this reverse. So I'll be using these two particular methods before ending the video. So I am having this method and I'll be copying up to this one. So I'll be shorting the item. No, this one is not something which would look pretty, I mean it would be hard to visualize this particular thing. So I'll be I'll be creating a list, maybe custom list, and I will be giving it a numeric value in a shuffled way. So we'll be having 88, and then a smaller value 12, and then a smaller value 3, and then again a larger value 98, and then in between value 77, and then maybe 43. That's our list item. So what we will be doing is that custom underscore list, and we will be sorting that item. So I'll be saying sort, and then we'll be printing the item. So what I'll be doing is that print. So it's custom list. Fine. Now let me press shift enter. So see, the list is being sorted. So instead of sort, if we say that list dot, there was something like reverse. So if I say reverse, now if I print this particular list, shift enter, it's having 43, 77, 98. That's it. So go to Google and do search for this particular keyword, that you need something like this. There are list inbuilt methods, Python docs. Inside Python docs you will be finding all of the methods, and you can take a, I mean there are lots of things which are being taught in here. So you don't need any tutorial or anyone's guidance. Some other tutorial, I mean maybe W3 schools or any of them. So in W3 schools you can take a look into, you will be getting some program, but here also you are getting an example on how to use the inbuilt methods of lists. So let's not make this video elongate this video anymore. So I'll be pressing Ctrl S from my keyboard to save this file, and before ending the video I'll be showing you what we have discussed. So we discussed about queue, how to create a list and use it as a queue, and then we used list as a DQ. So this is the DQ example. Let me press Shift Enter here. So we used list as a DQ as well, and then we worked on some methods. We used the extend, and then you use the slicing operation to insert a particular list at a given position inside the list, and then you use the for loop to print and particular list, and also you use this comma to using the for loop we just printed it out, and we use the remove function. Apart from that, we use the reverse function and the sort function as well. So there is somewhere so sort, okay, so in here reverse instead of reverse there was a sort method. So that's a small guide on how to work with list and its different function. If you have liked my video, do throw some comment and let me know on how you felt, or any other particular critical topic which I need to work on work on with list, some other critical things. So that's all for this tutorial. Happy coding guys, and see you again for some other Python video.